So obviously there's a lot going on in our world that's rather serious. It's very serious. And we talked about it some yesterday. And before the show this morning, I was watching some stuff, and TJ and I were texting back and forth about the show and different things like we often do. And you're sitting around at 4 o'clock in the morning and you're watching news footage from the previous night that happened in your city and from other cities around the country. And quite honestly, this is not an easy conversation to have in this day and age, especially on the radio, because a lot of people believe that if you don't believe what they believe, then you shouldn't be talking about something on the radio where everybody can hear it. Thus, it can make you a little gun shy and make you want to stay away from conversations just because you don't want to deal with the hassle. But my belief has always been that we as people take everything out. We as people can overcome anything. We can find a way to work together and overcome our problems. There are a lot of people today, one man's opinion, a lot of people today giving a lot of lip service to reflection and take a minute to reflect on your community. Take a minute to think, whatever that means. I'm not somebody who will post on social media these types of things. I look at social media as a way to try to be fun and entertaining with people, because I believe if everybody just starts posting and reposting what everybody else said, we're just going in a circle of people making themselves feel good. That may not be your opinion. It may be important to you to post, and that's fine. I'm just sharing my opinion. I don't want us as a radio show to record something that says we need to be better. We know that. That's not really doing anything. That's us doing something that makes us feel better. And if you're wondering why I, Ace, am the one speaking at the moment, it's because, as I explained to TJ yesterday, this has really been on my heart for the past few days. I've kind of laid low, and I don't post anything about it. But it's really been on my heart the past couple of days. Like, how do we as people, me, you, your neighbors, your friends, people at work, what do we do day to day to make our country a better place? I've really thought about. I've prayed about this. I've talked to a lot of people, my friends who are police officers, a variety of people that I've reached out to around the country that I know for counsel. Just curious, give me some thoughts. Give me your thoughts. Just to see where we can do something. And I keep coming back to two things when it comes to trying to make a difference in our community, which has always been important to this radio show, whether it's through charity or being a voice or reaching out in times of struggle to lift people up. Two things stand out. One is that this is what we do. This is how I can help. This is how TJ can help. This is how the people that work for us can help. Because this is the voice that we have, to give people a voice and to maybe have an uncomfortable conversation every now and then that hopefully leads to some understanding amongst people. And the other thing that keeps coming to my mind is one word: listen. Everybody's yelling. Everybody's talking. Everybody's accusing. Everybody's quick to want to be the one to bring somebody down. But again, one man's opinion, we've got to start listening to each other and trying to understand each other's perspective and point of view. I don't have any answers, but all I know is that what we have here is opportunity and kind of a forum. Can we have a conversation and a civil discussion where we share ideas, listen and learn? We don't have to agree, but we have to talk. And most importantly, we have to listen. If we don't agree on what to do or how we go forward, or even the facts, the one thing we have to do then is not just lash out at each other. We have to try to understand everybody's perspective and come up with something that works. Bottom line is, I have faith in God, and I have faith in us as people that we can do better. I just don't know what. I don't have an answer. I'm not going to go to a march or a protest because, quite honestly, I don't know who organizes those things. And I don't want to be used in a fashion where I don't know what's going on. I don't like that. I don't go to any marches or protests. Even ones that are for things I believe in. I don't go because I typically don't know who organized it. And I stay away from things like that and putting my support behind something that I don't know who's there. But there has to be a way that we can talk and listen and learn from each other. We won't agree, but maybe we learn something along the way, or maybe it spawns an idea that somebody says, hey, I could do this better, or I could do that better. Or maybe you hear somebody say something that helps you in your day-to-day life. But to that end, what have you got? What do you think? It's an awkward position for us as a show to be in because we're here every day typically to entertain you, have fun, take you away from, especially during COVID-19, take you away from all of these problems. And all we're saying to you today is this is what's on our hearts. This is kind of where I feel, I can't speak for everyone, but this is where I feel we've kind of been led based on our faith in God. And I don't know if it does any good or not. I just want us to be better in so many ways. And by no means do I agree with everything that everybody is saying, no matter what side you're on. I just think that if we have a conversation, we can figure a few things out here. And maybe if we can, make our communities a little bit better, somehow that kind of spreads. I don't know. That's a lot of hope in a troubling time. But again, I don't have any answers. I just thought maybe we could talk about it.